how did you guys connect? Can you tell us about how that came about?
I think Raney is better to explain exactly because I'm forgetting things.
I have a friend named Sebastian Weber, and he's a manager, and he was working with Giorgio on his album Deja Vu, which was him doing some of his tracks with some more contemporary artists, pairing up almost like a Supernatural that Carlos Santana did. And so we were on a flight together, and he's like, I'm having a difficult time with this act that I have named Giorgio Moroder. He said so? A little bit. It's a little. He goes, I'm having some producers who can't figure out the sound of this guy. And he's, a legend, but these guys here that I've got aren't really connecting. Do you think you can do something? And I held up my telephone, and on the plane, I was listening to Cat People. And I'm like, are you talking about this guy? And he's could not believe it. He's like, let's bring you in on a song. So I tried to do this one song, and they wouldn't tell me who the vocalist was. And I was working with Giorgio, and we were trying to get this song together. And they said, you got this track. Sony loves it. And it's a little artist named Britney Spears.
Oh.
And so that's how we connected. And the song went really well. Went to the top of the dance track.
Which song was that?
That was the remake of Tom's Diner.
Yes.
I play this song for my DJ, the second song, and it works so well. People sing with it. I take the tracks down, leave the drum in, and it works perfect.
That's so great. And did you record here at Neurocircuit?
That song was one of those, like you were talking about, one of those disparate tracks. There was the vocal was done in the UK, and then we were doing tracks here, and it was
Had
just
you
like
two met to work together, or were you working in different locations?
Right at that moment, we were working in different locations. And then Seb brought us together, and we met at the Nespresso in Beverly Hills, where I saw a man do the scene from Coming to America with Giorgio. He was serving us, and he looked over and he goes, Giorgio Moroder, and he did like a full bow to Giorgio while we were.
Who was this?
This was the waiter at the barista at Nespresso from Italy.
A friend of mine. Yeah,
it was incredible.
Point that mic a little more to you, Raney.
Sure.
There you go.
Did Queen of the South evolve from that Britney collaboration the moment that you were working together?
It did, yeah. It was actually in the Nespresso where I was talking to Giorgio.
Where is this Nespresso? I need to go.
It's that on
Beverly.
It sounds like
in Beverly Hills.
All aspiring composers. That's the new hangout.
That's the one, man.
Yeah.
I realized that Giorgio wasn't doing score at the moment, and I just was doing a ton of TV. And I turned to Giorgio and said, Giorgio, let's collaborate on something. I want to do a score with you. I've idolized you forever, and it would be a fantastic pair. And he gave me the longest minute of silence I've ever had in my life. He literally looked off to the side, said not a word, and then turned to me and said, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, but it took more than a minute because I didn't really like to do it. I was so happy to be relaxed and not doing after all this problems with Deja Vu, with the album, and God, that was a big mess. But then finally I said, I love it.